Hi, my name is Amparo Luna, and I'm a back-end engineer with the editor group in the create stage here at GitLab. And today we'll be setting up the web IDE terminal using the GDK. So to start, let's make sure our GDK is stopped. Mine already is. And well, first, for the purpose of this video and to keep it as short as we can, we will be assuming that we have the GDK and Minikube and the GitLab runner all set up and configured in our machine. So let's go to Minikube and make sure it's started with driver VirtualBox. And we let it start. Just wait for a little bit. And I'm gonna be opening another tab here, because the first thing that we will need to do is to configure our GDK to run in our local IP address. So I'm gonna do that, and yeah, just wait for Minikube to start. And we will need to make sure we have our local IP address. I'm gonna get it from here. Is it here? I'm gonna copy this because we will need to add it to a file in our GDK root, and then pretty much reconfigure and all that. So here Minikube is launching. We'll just wait for a sec. And it's done. So now we can just do Minikube. Everything is running, configured. We're good. So the first thing is to get that IP address that we just did using, in this case, the ifconfig command. And we just need to make sure that we're on the GDK root folder, and we just add that IP address here, like so. Sure, it's there. So we're doing this, and now we need to reconfigure the GDK. Let the command do its magic. These changes are expected because now we want the GDK to respond on our IP address instead of localhost or 127.0.0.1. And after this, we just need to restart our GDK. Let's just give it a sec, or a couple. So setup finished and done. So then we should do GDK restart, and we should be able to access our GDK in our local IP address for 3000. This is expected. We just need the GDK to finish starting all the services and all that. It will reload once it's ready. So let's go back here and start setting up Minikube. And to do that, we need a couple of files. These changes are actually required because the set of permissions that we get by default with Minikube are, well, do not include some permissions that we need for the GitLab runner to actually start the web IDE terminal. So we will need to add a couple of files. One is raw.yaml, and I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this content that I have here. We'll be linking all of the commands and files that we'll be using here in the description of the video. So I just need to save this one, and then we want also a role binding YAML file, and that one needs the server content that we have here. After we have these two files, we just need to apply these configurations with the kubectl command, which is to apply and then role binding. And then we want to apply role. And those are created. Now we're just going to stop Minikube and start it again. This one won't take too long because we already did all the VirtualBox thing. So I'm just gonna start it with the same command that we had before. And as you can see over here, we already have our GDK responding to this. In this, our public IP address, I'm just gonna access it here with my root user and password. And now we can just go ahead and create a new project. This can be test web IDE terminal. Let's make it public and initialize it with a README. And now let's make sure that this project has CI/CD enabled. So we go to the settings page, general, expand on visibility, projects, features, and permissions, and these pipelines should be enabled. So we're good. And well, this could also be done on an existing project, but just for the sake of this test, I'm creating a new one. So this project only has a README, and that's it. Let's dismiss that message, and we can continue. Now we need to set up the GitLab runner, and at this point, well, I already have the GitLab runner command in here. So we just need to register the runner now. Now we will need a GitLab CI coordinator and some other information. So we'll just go over here and access the settings, CI/CD settings, and expand on runners. And of course, this is our IP address that we just set up before, but I'm just gonna copy it here. And in here we have a token for the registration. So I'm just gonna copy it and paste it here. For the description, we can just say web terminal should be web IDE terminal actually. And tags are optional, so just gonna leave it as is. And for the executor, we will want to say Kubernetes. Kubernetes. That's it. Now our runner was registered successfully. So if we reload this page and go over the runner section, we see it's in here. It's not actually online, but it's there. It's registered. So now we just need to actually run the runner. So GitLab runner, not registered, just run. And if we reload here, the settings and again expand on the runners, we see that the runner is here and online. Now we want to update that runner because we needed to have the token from Kubernetes. So I'm gonna just go ahead and copy this big command that I have here. We have the runner open here, so I just want to use another session for this, and that's the command. Pretty much just to get the token, and we'll want just to copy that bit, and we'll need to add it to the config file for the GitLab runner. So we'll open this file, which is GitLab runner /config.toml. And as you can see here, we have a few sections already set up from the registration. And now let's add the token here. The token should be under the border token attribute. And I'm just gonna paste token here. Oh, but before I save it, we'll also need to add the listen address to the session server section here. So listen address. And this one will be our local IP address. In this case, 192.168.16. And any available port, in my case it could be 8080, could be any available port. And now we save. Now if we go to the runner, we see that the configuration was reloaded at this point. So we should be ready to go. Now let's go back to our project and let's see if we can open the web IDE terminal from here. Yes, we only have a readme file in here. And if we do click on the terminal button, we see that we need a GitLab web IDE YAML file in the GitLab directory. So we will need to add that before we start using the terminal. So let's add the file here. I have just one example file in here. Oh, the name, of course. So GitLab Web IDE YAML, it's important that it's that name. And we have this example one here. It just has an image, and I really just skipped to just leave 60 seconds. So let's commit that to master. Make sure that's in there. And now we should be able to see the Start Web Terminal button here. There it is. And we have a connection failure here. Let's check for pipelines in here. So yeah, we have a pipeline that is running at the moment. So we might need to just wait for that pipeline to stop, or stop the pipeline, or increase the concurrency on our GitLab runner config file. So in here it's already finished, or failed actually. So let's just try again. Let's go to the terminal again. Start the terminal. And we have command terminated with exit code, failed to process the runner. Maybe it's trying to retry it. So let's try another thing. Let's try updating the concurrency to, let's say, 3. See what happens. Because these pipelines were triggered automatically by the commit that I just sent. So let's see now if we can restart. So yeah, no. Failed to process the runner. Let's try maybe stopping the runner. Running it again. And reloading the page. Just want to make sure all the pipelines are not running at this moment. Okay. And we don't have a runner here at the moment. So this should just not work. Yeah. Not really working. I think this is the one. So you can see here in the jobs page, you have all these terminal jobs that have failed. Let's just stop this, cancel this job. Just reload this just in case. And let's run the runner. And there we have it. Yeah, sometimes we need to just restart the runner. Sometimes the config reload, but do not take the changes. It's not that reliable, the reloading, but sometimes it does. So in case of connection failures, we can just try to stop and then start the runner again. And well, I made that other change of the concurrency. Let's see if we can go back to the original value here. The configuration was reloaded in here. So let's stop the terminal. Everything seems to have stopped. Yeah. And try to restart it. And if that doesn't work, then we can stop the runner and restart it. Okay, so maybe that was it. We just needed to stop the runner and restart it. And yeah, from here we can just execute our commands, or well, pretty much just execute any commands we want in the context of the runner. So yeah, there we have it. I'm gonna leave all the information and a link to a documentation page that we have with all the commands that we used and all the files that we need for this. But we hope this is a little bit more easy to follow when setting up the web IDE terminal. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.